Hey, I want to make a video today to do two things. One, I want to let people know that since this is an off week where I do not do my podcast with Never Enough Ammo and gun websites, I'm going to do an extra weekday edition of my live question and answer podcast, Shooting It with Yankee, today. I'll give you a little more detail on that later, but right now what I want to do is I want to install my new Trijicon RMR onto one of my pistols. And you might be asking, which pistol am I going to be putting it on? Well, the pistol I'll be putting this on is my Flat Dark Earth FNX45 Tactical. This gun is already set up for an RMR, so I'm going to be putting that one on this today. I'm hoping there are tools and instructions in here. I don't remember if there was or there wasn't. Let's take a look. There's the little RMR. Hard to believe that thing costs so much money. In fact, I had to take the price tag off the outside of the box here because if I reminded myself how much I paid for it, I probably would have cried during this video, and I don't want to cry during the video. Yep, there's the tools and the screws, and here is the battery. That should be all I need out of this case. That's actually a very nice little case for a little sight to come in. I have to keep that and use it for something. Okay, first I'm going to take the little plate off of the pistol here. That popped right off. Now, I don't know if I'm supposed to or not, but I'm going to clean this off and give it a little drop of lube on it real quick. It is a coated finish, so it shouldn't matter, but, you know, always take extra precautions if you can. Okay, now I have selected the proper plate to go with the RMR to use it on this gun, and I just got to put the battery in. The one thing I do not like about this one is that the battery goes in the bottom. I like the ones where the battery goes in the top, but I think the battery going in the bottom is what allows this one to be thinner so you can co-witness, so I guess it's a trade-off. Okay, I guess that just goes down in there. You just sit it in there and then you just put the plate on. There's no guesswork. There's two little pegs that go in a little hole, and then you put the screws in. And while I put these screws in, one more thing I wanted to add here is I did put a screen on my mic, so hopefully this will sound better today. Yesterday, it sounded like I was, had my mouth on the microphone the whole time, lipping and smacking and all that other noises because I didn't have a screen here. I mean, it sounded like I was trying to convince the microphone to give me a part in an off-Broadway play. So I put the little screen on today, so hopefully you won't hear quite so many sloppy mouth noises as you did yesterday. Now, these screws already had Loctite on them, so I guess I just put them in there and tighten them down. Okay, I've got it on there now, and as you can see after just putting it on, it's not really that far off from co-witness here. And I know these iron sights are accurate because I have had this gun to the range a couple of times now. I even bench tested it. So all I'm going to have to do is adjust that red dot to where it co-witnesses with the iron sights, and I know it's dead on. So let's go ahead and quickly adjust the red dot sight. And while I'm adjusting this, I'll give you the details on the live question and answer chat tonight. I'm going to start it at 6 p.m. on the West Coast. That's 9 p.m. on the East Coast. I'm going to start an hour earlier than I usually do. So if you've got any questions you'd like me to answer or any topics you'd like to see covered during tonight's chat, please send them to shootingleftofcenter@gmail.com, and I'll try to get to them tonight. And there it is now co-witnessed, so I know this sight is accurate. So there you have it, my new FNX45 Tactical with my new Trijicon RMR on it. Now, this thing better be good because it added 50% to the value of this gun just by adding that sight. Because this is like an $1,100 gun. This is a $600 sight. So it better be good for that price, but we'll see. And I know a lot of people out there thinking, oh, you got it as a freebie. No, I didn't. I paid for both of these. Paid for the gun and paid for the sight. I don't really get a lot of freebies. So I'm going to see how well it does. I'm going to compare it to my SIG Romeo that I have on my other two guns, on my P320s. So I'm going to give them both some tryouts at the range tonight and probably tomorrow and see which one I like best. And then I'll do a video letting you all know whether this is worth the extra $600 or whether you should get something less expensive like a Romeo. So until then, just remember, join me tonight at 6 p.m. on the West Coast, 9 p.m. on the East Coast for our live question and answer session. And if you've got any questions or topics you want to see addressed, send them to shootingitleftofcenter@gmail.com, and hopefully I'll see you there tonight.